let's get started. So for those of you just joining us, we have a primarily upper body movement break today. We're just gonna start off doing some big movements to get the juices flowing, get everything moving the way we want it to move, but also checking in with our bodies to make sure that I know what I'm working with. I know that I'm able to be respectful of it. Um, if anything does not feel good to you, does not work for you, please listen to your body, substitute with something that works better for you. So, big movement, just taking up space here, arms out to the side, step out to the side if you would like. Big movement. I will actually back up so you can see my legs a little bit here. Big movement and small and big movement. And then just pause here and see how much space can I really take up? Can I reach my hands up a little taller or wider? How can I take up more space? And then when I found my maximum amount of space that I can take up, how does that feel to me? Does this feel a little bit exposed? You know, my soft underbelly is showing. Or does it feel like, yes, finally stepping into my power? Because when I'm comfortable taking up space, when I'm confident, when I'm owning that space, I don't feel like somebody's going to run by and poke me in the belly button, right? I am owning that space because I deserve that space. So, something to consider if you are very uncomfortable taking up space or looking up at the ceiling, and it's not for a physical reason, it's just a feeling exposed reason. What does that mean? Do you like that? Do you feel like that's a good thing for you? Or do you feel like you would like to be more comfortable, expanded? Now, just for contrast, let's be as small as we possibly can and really try and curl in. Maybe your knees are bent so you're crouched down as well here and settle into that position as much as you can, getting smaller and then noticing what does that feel like? Does it feel like I'm preserving my peace and this feels like a comfortable spot to me? Does this feel like a little too constricted? You feel like different things to different people might feel like nothing to you, right? It might feel like highly irrelevant what position I'm in. But curling in and just noticing. Sometimes it does take a moment to sit in those feelings in order to process and notice that anything is being felt. So, no worries either way, whatever you're feeling. Let's go back and forth a few more times, just taking up space with it could be this movement or any big movement that works for you. And then getting small, and then seeing if this time I could take up even more space. So I moved my hands, which means that I own all this space. And then just for contrast, tiny little peaceful ball. All right, let's go forward and explore this moving space a little bit more. So thinking about swinging my arms a little bit, not really winging them around so that I could possibly hurt myself, but a gentle swing just to shake out the tensions. You'll notice that I'm crossing my left arm over and then my right over. So I'm alternating, but I can also swing in more directions, right? I could swing my arms all the way up and then all the way back. I could do big circles. Who knows? Maybe I could do this. I could do all kinds of crazy things with my arm. Your arms are really amazing things, by the way. That ball and socket joint for your shoulder, whoo, it's gorgeous. Really adds to a lot of functionality that we can get with our bodies. And now, as we're thinking about that swinging motion, again, not gonna swirl my body and hurt myself, but sort of gently twisting back and forth side to side, taking up more space. How does that feel? Maybe another way to take up space, but also experiment with this swinging motion, is to do a really big circle with my arm. And with this, I'm getting in a little bit of twisting, a little bit of side bending, and certainly plenty of movement variety through that shoulder. Beautiful. And now just a little bit of movement for our spine in a forward and back plane, thinking about arching my back as much as is comfortable for me. I can look up at the ceiling as well. And then thinking about rounding. Hopefully you can see that I'm taking up space here in front of me. If I had better range of motion, maybe I could reach a little further back. And we're just playing with this taking up space concept. Right now, this is feeling really good to me. I'm enjoying owning my space moving, but something about exposing the soft underbelly does always feel a little bit exposed to me. And then just because I do have a lower body, I'm going to do a couple of leg swings here, just forward and back. And again, if this is not working for you, outfit or ability wise or anything like that, don't worry about it. You can keep doing whatever upper body movement is feeling good. Making sure to include both sides. And making sure to be mindful. Just when I say mindful, I just mean noticing without judgment what this new thing feels like. Not new in the grand scheme of your life, probably, but new for this moment today. Beautiful. I always like a good circle for my hips, so I can't help it. I just got to do that for my body. Lovely. And now we're going to go into a little bit more of a progressive muscle relaxation. This one is going to be, instead of starting at the top, working our way down our body, or starting at the bottom and working our way up, we're going to go through a couple of emotions. And for example, if I was really, really, really sad, and I've got this depressed, defeated slouch. Let me slouch a little bit better. Um, that feels like one thing. There are certain muscles engaged, right? The pecs tend to be a little bit tighter, drawing the points of your shoulders in. Your head tends to be dropped and your head is pushed forward. Sternocleidomastoid pecs, all of these things are in this depressed body posture. And not that I want you to stay here too long, but just noticing how that feels. What muscles are drawing you in, what muscles are having to sort of give up and not hold you upright. They're allowing you to collapse inward. So we're just going to notice what's engaged, what's relaxed, and then we'll let go of that. So then I'm going to consciously let go of the tension, the engagement in the muscles that are pulling me down and forward. So opening up through my chest, not letting my head come forward, but instead pushing my head back in space. So my ears are over my shoulders. I could breathe so much better, literally able to take a different level of deep breath here. And I have other muscles engaged. So the muscles through my back are actually much more active. My upper back are much more awake and active and alive when I am not in that depression kind of posture, that sadness and defeat. So relaxing through our pecs, relaxing through the front of our neck, And let's take a deep breath here. So inhaling as much as you can to even stretch the front of your chest a little bit more, if that's possible for you. If it feels good, to stretch your chin up towards the ceiling here. Reach, if you have your hands out to the side, you can reach your thumbs back towards the wall behind you a little bit more, just to encourage those muscles in the front of your body that were taking control before to chill out. All right, so we're going to go from sadness and we're going to go into anger. So if I'm angry, I may express this by clenching my fists, having my arms stiff down by my sides, or maybe I'm like this, one or the other, whatever connects best for you. My shoulders might be up by my ears here. My face might have a lot of tension in it. And really sink in, set that, notice which parts of you are involved with whatever your angry posture is, and then intentionally let that go. So allow your face to relax, shoulders, arms, shake it out a little bit if you need to. Just intentionally relaxing here. Take a deep breath in, and then think about letting go even a little bit more of that tension out of the angry muscles. All right, we're gonna move on to surprise. So if I'm surprised, I might literally be taken aback, tilting back a little bit, a little more weight, my weight on my heels, which of course changes the muscles that are engaged as we're standing. My hands might be up, my face might be surprised, my head might be further back in space than my shoulders. So sinking into that surprise, like posture, home alone if you want to. And then letting go of all of that shaking, doing a little rocking. Maybe a little comforting posture is nice contrast from that surprise or the anger type of position. So when we go back and forth between different postures, it can help us to have a little more balance in our bodies. Think about how your neck is doing. Neck and shoulder can hold a lot of tension, whether you're surprised for good reasons or bad reasons. So just consider whether they need a little bit of love. And don't worry, the emotions are going to progressively get more positive. So the next thing we're doing is joy. And for me, the most joyful looking, feeling posture is when my arms are up in the air, sort of that like, woo, roller coaster kind of feeling. And it's a big open mouth kind of a smile. All the teeth are showing, but in a very happy way. Honestly, if I could put a posture to elation, this is it. So find the most elated feeling, joyful posture you possibly can for your body and your face, and then allow it to relax. That could be a lot of work to fulfill and hold up joy for a long period of time. That could take a lot of energy. So now relaxing. Maybe there's a little swaying to make it feel a little more relaxed, a little wiggle here. And then the next thing we're going to do is settle into calm. I'm just doing a quick mute here. So we're going to settle into a calm position. And this one we'll try and just stay in. Maybe it can linger with us for a little bit into our lunch break here. And for me, calm also requires a little bit of confidence. So I think of a calm, confident posture, except if I'm worried about anything that really disturbs my calm. So long, tall posture works for me, like somebody has one of my hairs and they're sort of pulling me straight up. Shoulders are relaxed, arms are down by my sides. There's no tension in my belly. My breathing is free and easy. And if somebody were to poke me from the back, I might tip forward a little bit, but I'm fine. I'll bounce right back up. No problem. Check in with your face, just intentionally relaxing any more tension right out of the face. Checking in with your jaw, up into your forehead. Even your scalp could feel tense sometimes, your shoulders, your hands, just letting it all go. That's our 15 minutes. Thank you all so much for joining me, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful afternoon.